Hey, this is Dean Soto with Prosulum, and we are going to be talking about virtual assistants for real estate agents specifically. We have another video for real estate investors. You want to check that out. I'll put a link in the video, link to that video in the description for this video. But we're going to talk specifically about virtual assistants for real estate agents. Okay. So in the last video, I shared the story, or in the video on the real estate investors, I shared the story of how when I was working with a client, a consulting client over in Memphis, Tennessee, that they were able to do a lot of their pre-research for real estate flipping, right? They would do broker price opinions, they do yield sheets, they go to a whole bunch of different things. And they'd be able to do that so that the real estate investors could, the ones that actually went out to the houses to see if they were even good, could just spend their time out doing that stuff, which is awesome. So in this video, we're going to talk specifically about what you can do with virtual assistants with real estate that a lot of real estate agents don't really realize that you are able to do. And mainly because especially in the States, real estate agents tend to be so used to the common way of doing it. You have your office staff, you have your loan officers, you have your administrative staff that are just doing, they're kind of doing what has always been done, right? And so I want to share with you some tips and things that you can use as a real estate agent to be able to use a virtual assistant at, pretty much almost with minimum wage and everything like that going up so much, it's almost half of the cost. I mean, it depends on what type of virtual assistant you have, but a premium virtual assistant at least is going to be a third of the cost, and then no W-2, no workers' comp and anything like that. So saves a lot of money. All right, so let's get into it. So the first thing you can do as a virtual assistant, or with a virtual assistant for real estate, is following up with previous customers. So one real estate agent that I work really closely with, one of her issues, so she actually had, I don't want to share everything, but basically she had one of her people literally take every single active client that she had. She was doing more real estate brokering, every client that she had, and ran off with them. No joke. It just ran off with them. Okay. One of her loan officers did that. And one of the issues was she had this big database of, say, 30,000 people, because she's been doing real estate for a long time, that she would do a loan and then never reach out to them ever again. And that's a big problem, because guess what? Somebody who's been in their house for 7 years, guess what they want to do? They want to refinance, or they want to move, or maybe they want a reverse mortgage, or they want something. Well, here's a thing that you can do as a real estate agent with a virtual assistant, because they're only a fraction of the cost of what somebody else would do, is that you could have them reach out to past clients. You can use whether you're using your current customer relationship management system that you've used for real estate, or you can use something like Close.io. I use Close.io for my cold emailing, and it works really well. But you can get your virtual assistant set up on Close.io, give them the list of all of the leads that you have, and have them start cold emailing the leads. Hey, this is Sammy from such and such mortgage company, or such and such real estate company. Hey, just checking in. You've been in your house for 7 years. That is so awesome. And we're so happy that we are able to help you to get into that house. Hey, how's everything going? We just wanted to check in. Now you're going to get information about that person. Oh, we actually wanted to refinance, and we didn't know where to start. Oh, we actually wanted to move. Oh, we actually did move. Oh, hey, we're over age 60, and is there anything we can do reverse mortgage wise? Whatever it might be. But now you have somebody going through for 30,000 or however many contacts you have, going through and reaching out and getting the status on each one of those. And I promise you, as they're going through their day-to-day process, they don't have to do this in one shot, but as they're going through it, maybe a couple hours a day they're going through, there's going to be some gold in them dollar hills. It's just going to happen, right? It's just there because just statistically you're gonna get that gold, right? So reaching out to past clients, right? That's a big thing. The other thing is what I would call being a sales coordinator, right? A sales coordinator. So somebody who pushes somebody along. They don't have to be a salesman. They can. Sometimes you can have a virtual assistant do more sales type stuff, but somebody who actually just pushes somebody along. You and I both know that when somebody is buying a house, it takes a long time, right? Disclosures, back and forth, boom, boom, things change. Now new disclosures. Now we need to get the appraiser. Now we need to get the inspector. Now we have to do all of these different things. Oh, something came up on the inspection. Now we have to let the buyer know, the seller know what we're gonna fix, what we're not. Things like that. But somebody who can take all that information, have it in a project, and move it, boom, 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 along in the process, right? Move it along in the process. So that person is able to keep things moving, because what is can you imagine a worse thing than when you've worked with a client to get a house, they finally found a house that they want to get, and they're doing the paperwork, and they're going through the entire process of actually escrow and everything like that, only to, boom, drop out because they didn't get followed up in time, or something happened that was not foreseeable, but could have been prevented if somebody was pushing things along. So you can have your virtual assistant be what I like to call a sales coordinator, right? They're the one that is at least pushing things along. If something's not happening within a certain time, hey, they're calling. Like if you have an app like Close.io, and I have no relationship to them, I just use them. You can call them. The VA can actually call them from their desktop. They can go and press the button, call them, and say, "Hi, this is Sammy from Superior Real Estate, whatever the real estate agent is. Hey, I just wanted to see, we sent you those disclosures yesterday, and we haven't got them back. Is everything okay? Do you need help with them? Whatever." Boom, right? So pushing the deal along. So there's a lot of things from that angle that as long as you have a good system, that you're going to be able to push them along much faster, which is going to mean more deals closing, right? More deals closing. Okay. The other thing, so idea number 3 is, I kind of want to do idea number 3 and 4, but maybe anyway. Let's do this. Idea number 2.5. Make sure you have your systems ahead of time. I should have made this idea number 1, but because that's how important it is, make sure you have your systems ahead of time, right? Make sure you have your systems ahead of time, documented or in a video or something like that. Big thing. Think about what it was like when you first became a real estate agent, a realtor, or any job in particular. Think about your first job. Can you imagine if they didn't have something written down showing you what to do, or if they didn't have at least videos showing you what to do? It's great having a mentor there, but it's not the same. I remember when I first started working at Chuck E. Cheese. I love Chuck E. Cheese. I love that job. I was a game room attendant. It was amazing. When I first started working at Chuck E. Cheese, they had procedures for pretty much everything, right? Yes, you had people who would mentor you, but they knew what to mentor you on because of the procedures, right? They how to make a pizza, how to cut a pizza, even just putting like the little thing of butter on the crust on the pizza. How many tokens to give somebody, things like that. right? They had processes for that, and people mentored based off of those systems and processes. So have those processes. Okay, you're gonna hear that in every video that I talk about when it comes to virtual assistants, because it's extremely important. It's the thing that makes or breaks like the scalability of a business and virtual assistants, in my opinion. All right, so then idea number 3 is that you can actually have them cold call. So things like with once again, Close.io, you don't have to, so you can use Skype, you can use Close.io, you can use Grasshopper for it, you can use RingCentral. So I don't think I'm just promoting Close.io because I have some affiliation. I don't have any affiliation whatsoever. I just use them. But they do have a predictive dialer, and they do have a power dialer. So power dialer basically just goes down the line, and you can cold call leads. Get a big lead list, or you can have them cold call your past clients, people who dropped off. You can have them literally cold call and just see where things are at. Even if it was just to see where things are at and see if they were still interested or anything like that. You could literally have somebody who you're paying $9.50 per hour to, and you can give them a small commission if someone does close or whatever. But you're having them just go boom, 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 boom down the line and cold calling off of those leads, right? So Close.io it's like $99 for the one with power dialer, and I think it's like $150 a month for the one with the predictive dialer. So that predictive dialer one, the predictive dialer, you're going to need multiple virtual assistants to do, or multiple people, but basically it calls and uses its algorithm to predict when somebody's going to pick up, if somebody's going to pick up, and to also know when an agent's going to be available. So it's just like wham, like it's like they're constantly getting on the phone with somebody. It's awesome. So I only use the power dialer because I only use it for me. I don't need my guys cold calling or anything for anything, but it's pretty cool having that predictive dialer capability. So all that being said, those are the ideas that have worked and are working for virtual assistants for real estate. The biggest thing is to have systems and processes for your virtual assistant so that they know what to do. They know what they're doing, right? So that being said, if you want a systems and process virtual assistant, one that can take just video if you take a video with your iPhone, or you audio, or you take a screencast of your computer showing exactly what to do, they'll take that and boom, start typing it out, documenting it. Then you'll have an SOP of that exact thing. They can take that and then they'll end up doing it, and then from there you'll never have to do it again. You literally just say, hey, go cold call this lead list, and they'll go, oh, okay, I'll go to the cold calling step by step. Okay, that's how I do it. All right. And then you get an intern. Hey, intern, go cold call. Here's the handbook on how to do it. Boom. Now you can do intern. 5 interns. You can go and cold call. Here you go. Because now you have it written down. Boom. They don't even have to ask questions. It's all step by step, showing them exactly how to do it. So if you want something like that, you can go to prosulum.com, prosulum.com. And sign up for a 30-minute consultation there, and you're going to absolutely love it. We'll get on the phone, we'll talk about your stuff and see if we can come up with some ideas. All right, that's it. Dean Soto with prosulum.com. I will see you in the next video. Bye.